today I'm going to show you how to do an I-cord bind off in the round. So this is my little sample that I've made, and I've changed colors to a contrast color so you can see that last row of stitches that is going to be joined together onto the bind off. I've taken off my last needle and I'm just gonna pop it into my work so that it doesn't make any noise and gets in the way. So what I need to do now is cast on 4 stitches. 4 stitches because my I-cord will have 4 stitches, but if you are working with an I-cord that has 3 stitches, then you just cast on 3, right? So for that, I'm going to knit and pop there. So this is how I cast on 4 more stitches. 2, pop it, then knit 1 and pop it on there, and the last one and pop it on. Now if you have a different method of casting on stitches, that's okay. You can use whatever method works better for you. I like this one because it's a bit neater, and yeah, I just like it better. Now first I'm going to knit those 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then that last stitch I'm going to slip it knitwise onto my right hand needle, and the next stitch I'm going to knit it, and then I'm going to pass over that last stitch. Now everything looks a bit messy because I'm using a new strand of yarn, so I'll show you again, okay? And then I pass those 4 stitches onto my left hand needle again. Okay, and then I do that all over again. So knit 3, make sure that first stitch is nice and taut. 1, 2, 3. Then I slip one knitwise, knit the next one, and pass the slip stitch over. There you go. And then I do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 onto my left hand needle. So I knit 3. That's the pattern that you're going to repeat. 1, 2, and 3. Slip one knitwise, knit the next stitch, and pass slip stitch over. And then slip onto my left hand needle again. So I'm going to repeat this all the way around until the end of my round, until I have no longer stitches to bind off. Slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. Now something to keep in mind is that this first stitch, you have to kind of pull your yarn quite taut to work this first stitch so that that I-cord actually turns and like curls together. Not terribly, but just enough so that it's not super loose. So slip one knitwise, knit 1, slip stitch, and you can start seeing the I-cord bind off growing from there. So I'm going to continue and finish the round and then show you how I join it at the end. Alright, so I've finished my I-cord bind off, and over here there's a little bit of a gap that will be closed off once I close off the bind off. Now I've put the tail onto my needle, and here the tail comes out of this stitch, so I'm going to start with the stitch on the furthest right, and I'm going to first put it into that stitch knitwise and pull it out of the needle. Move my knitting needle so it doesn't come, the stitches don't come out. And then over here I'm going to twist my I-cord. I'm going to find that first stitch of the row, and I'm going to find the first stitch from here. There it is. There's my V. I'm gonna put my needle underneath that V, pull through, and I'm gonna find that stitch where I went into, which is right here, and put my needle inside that stitch again. And I want to tighten that a little bit so that that stitch gets nice and taut. Then I'm going to repeat it with the next stitch, put my needle in purlwise and take off the needle, and then I'm going to find the second stitch on the other side. There it is. It's a little bit hard to see. There it is. There's my next V, and I'm going to pull through. Oh no, see, my needle came out. And then I'm going to find that stitch where I last came in and put my needle through again. Okay, and then repeat again with the next stitch. Insert purlwise, take it out. Now I'm going to find the next stitch over here, which is this one. There's my V. Pull through. And I'm going to find that last stitch where I came in and insert my needle like there. And the last one, insert my needle. And I'm going to find that V again. So let's see if I pull a little bit. I can see where I came out on the last one. This is my last stitch I made. This is where I came in. So I can go next to it and pull through. And then get into that last stitch I came out of again. And pull all the way through. Now this gap is going to close once I tighten my tail. But if there are any other gaps, I can always close them with my tail. And then at the back, I'm just going to secure my yarn. And then I can pull it through my I-cord and leave it at the back. And there you go. Now if you want to even it out, you can pull a little bit more of that one. There you go. Now it's nice and even. There you go. And there you go. That is how you work and I-cord bind off in the round. If you want to know how to do the I-cord cast on, or my alternative to an I-cord cast on, which is what I've done here, you can find the video up here. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day. Bye bye.